guys, it's Peyton. So today I'll be doing a book/movie review on Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. This movie just recently came out in theaters, I think about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I saw it, I think, a week ago. So I'm going to start with the movie review and then I'll do the book review right afterwards. First, I'm going to read you the summary, and it's just the summary for both movie and book, so it ties in with both. Winner of the 2015 Sundance Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Award, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl is the story of Greg Gaines, an awkward high school senior whose mom forces him to spend time with Rachel, a girl in his class with whom he hasn't spoken to since kindergarten, who was just diagnosed with cancer. So basically that's the main plot. I mean, it's a cancer film, but it's unlike anything you've ever seen before, and I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true. So first, it was very comedic and dramatic, and I know a lot of the time those two don't really tie in together and they don't really work, but in this film it totally did. I mean, there were points where I was like laughing out loud and then it would just get to a sad part and I would start crying. And I really liked how they did that because I've seen a lot of films and they just don't usually work together when it's funny and sad. So this movie did a really great job. This movie was, I guess you could say, awkward, and I mean that in a good way. It was like, it kind of reminded me of Perks Made a Wallflower. I mean, there were times in that movie where it was just awkward, but it totally worked. And same within this movie. Just the characters, they were like awkward and just, it was really different. So back with the awkward, it was fresh and new, I guess you could say. I mean, there's many high school and cancer movies out there, but it just felt like I was watching something completely different. Actors for this movie were perfect for their roles. They did such a great job and they had such great chemistry, and you could totally tell throughout the film. I mean, there were no points where I doubted that there should have been a different actor or actress playing that part. Also, they kind of made the book come to life. I mean, it reminded me so much of the book and I didn't really have a problem adjusting to that, which I usually do. So at the end, I know it's kind of random, but I guess you could say I had a moment of silence where it ended so dramatically, I guess, and I guess I just had a few tears, and it was a perfect moment. I just had to sit there and kind of think because it was unlike anything I've ever seen, so I really liked how they did that. Also, again, the movie was not predictable at all. I mean, it's a cancer film, so of course it should be predictable. I mean, guy falls in love with girl, they get married, and then she dies at the end. But it was unlike that. And it was funny, quirky, and very different. So that was the movie review, and now I'll start with the book review. Some parts of this book were written in script or bullet points, and since it was written in that kind of format, it was a really light, easy read, I guess you could say. But I have to admit, in the beginning, it was kind of slow, and it took me about maybe 1/3 of the way in for it to start getting a little bit faster. So that was just one of the problems with the book. Also, this book was so funny. I mean, I thought the movie was funny, I was laughing, but this book was so funny, and it was me. I mean, that's my kind of humor. And usually I read books and sure, it's considered funny, but it's not my kind of humor. But in this book, it was like so relatable for me, I guess. And like, I have a different kind of humor. I mean, there were like fart jokes and stuff, and I just thought it was so funny. So if you're into that kind of thing, you should totally check this book out. Okay, so that was it for my book/movie review of Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I really hope you check this book out and the movie because I found it very entertaining, and I hope you guys did too. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! What came out? I don't know. Recording?